Good afternoon, we are Zaca. My name is Scott, this is Ehsan, and along with Chizoba, Eric, and Joshua, we are Team Zaca. And so to remind you of the project, there's currently a deficiency of information and particularly price transparency in Zacatecas, Mexico. So that was the first problem that farmers had, that they were coming to ITESM there in Zacatecas. And so they were speaking to that university, and then that's from the roots of where our project and collaboration started.
Okay.
So there's the location. It's the 8th largest and 2nd poorest state in Mexico. And so the impact we're looking to have is making it a more transparent market, along with providing fair bargaining capabilities and abilities for all. And this would lead to a more sustainable agricultural livelihood. So as a quick overview, here's the system architecture. We have the farmers who are interacting with an agent, and information about crop quantities is supplied then through cell phone network and stored in the server. And then similarly, market price information is automatically acquired by the database server and then made available and transmitted to the farmers to provide them with that information.
So this is what's happening, or what was happening under the hood. So we have the frontline SMS gateway, which gets the SMS, and then there's a database inside it, and there's a query-based HTTP request. So that's all inside Frontline SMS. Frontline SMS is a software that you used for a project. And we had our logic backend, which gets the SMS and then sends the results back. The problem with this approach was that this database, there's no way to access it. That was the limitation of Frontline SMS. We could export it in Excel and then port it back. That's possible, but that's not automatic. We thought that the Frontline SMS, being a very proactive community, would fix this. However, it's been a few months and they haven't even got to it, so we're wondering what to do with it, because this is not ideal. So what we have done is okay, let's come back to that. So what we have done is here we replace the Frontline SMS with any SMS gateway. Like it could be libSMS, it could be Click-a-Tell, and then we have our own API. Okay, and then that's our Frontline SMS. SMS gateway and the query-based HTTP request, and we took the database into our API. So what's happening in here is the SMS is getting to the SMS gateway, and it's getting passed through our API, and we parse it. I mean, parsing text is really simple. I mean, anybody with a computer science degree should know. Given a text, given a format, you parse it. And then when you parse it, you put it into a database, and then we get the results back and do it back and forth. This structure is really simple to implement, it's really simple to maintain, because last semester we designed form, and people who work with form know it's difficult to work with. Because you need to train the agent to know how to design the form. Putting the form back into the phone is also a difficult problem. And then not all the phones have forms capability, right? So you have to have expensive phones with J2ME capability. So by just going into SMS directly, just back and forth, we are, getting rid of the forms that we had. So, right, so what does it mean? It means that we have an API which is independent of any platform as long as a gateway exists. So we can port it to any kind of application, any other country. We don't have to rely on Frontline SMS or anything at all. And also we can get weather information, we can get tips, we can get auctions, sky's the limit with this. Now Scott is going to walk us through as to what we can do today and what we can do by the end of May.
So we ported over the functionality of being able to query and find out how much a crop might cost, or what was recorded in the market price as well as in the world markets. And so this information can be obtained similarly as before using any phone, just an SMS capable phone. So that means that we could use anything from an iPhone to Android all the way down to your basic $20 simple text-based phone. And so then you can obtain, say, for example, what the market price and local price is of the grapes just using a simple text command of query grapes. And of course, that's just the English keyword structure that we chose, but it could, as you can imagine, easily be translated into a variety of languages. And then similarly, you can also obtain quantity information for any crop. In this case, we're looking at grapes, and again, a simple text command. And then looking at the auction system that we were talking about before, literally adding this additional functionality took 10 minutes of programming to build on top of the API that we had constructed. And so then if you say that you have grapes 10, and the implication is that each number is within kilogram quantity, although that could be changed, then you can record that and submit that information just as easily with this single text command. And so, as I said, we've got our system running on iPhone. It's on the latest, greatest platform. And using just a simple text message, query tomatoes, and then there you have the market price and selling price responded back to you within a few minutes. And so if you want to go ahead now, actually you can see that that's the text, the number to which our server is running on. So you're welcome to send the text message. We're also going to go through some other commands in just a few moments. And so we particularly wanted to show this interface on the iPhone, not just to show that it's portable, but also it shows the message hierarchy and style so that it's easy to follow. So you could get an announcement or alert on your phone saying that the quantity of grapes is 20. So if you imagine that a farmer wants to know, say, what geographically around them is the quantity of grapes that other farmers are producing, then this is one way to obtain that information. And it can just as easily be expanded and used by the corporations or people who are looking to buy from the farmers by being able to discern that information just as easily. And so then the quantity is added here. Confirmation is displayed from the database, and then similarly you can submit that you have some quantity and then reply with verifying what that quantity is. So you're welcome to test our system, and the number here is listed above, so it could be for any of the crops that we have, which right now, so if you enter this lowercase command in for query and then the crop name, tomatoes, grapes, chili.
You can try adding stuff and see if it adds up. So have grapes 10 and then do a quantity to see whether it adds up.
So last time we checked, there are 20 kilograms of grapes. So hopefully we'll be even more prosperous by the end of the hour.
So the point I was trying to convey is we don't have any forms. So there is no agent going to go with a phone with forms. So anybody can send in information, which is much more flexible and easier to work with.
So when you say have grapes 10, it gets added to the phone ID, the number. Where is it getting added?
That's being submitted to the database, and then it's recorded for that particular user.
Number for that, yeah.
Right. Yes.
Are you guys planning on using short codes instead of the full phone numbers?
So the server?
Yeah.
One of the advantages of this new system architecture that we spent time this semester switching to is that we can use the existing frontline SMS, which is what we were building on last semester. We can also use click-and-tell, we can use SMS-lib, any of these. And so, for example, having a short code through click-and-tell or through some other provision system, then we could make this even simpler. Right now, this is the shoestring model.
I don't want to save the number, it's just, we're getting the number. I'm going through a contact, I'm just getting the number.
Is it supposed to reply?
It'll reply probably in maybe about 3 minutes or so.
Okay. What about, since you're eventually going to try to use this for some type of barter in auction system,
Right.
For the grapes or the tomatoes or what have you, security as far as people hacking the SMS is known to not be so secure.
Sure. Yeah, that's certainly one concern is figuring out who the users are and registering them and their cell phone, or whether each user has a cell phone. So part of that information is something that we're missing. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, we weren't able to make a trip there this past few weeks. And so I think that going and having the farmers see and do, and then understanding more about how they use this system when they have it in their hands would help inform some of these technical
Have you all done
decisions.
any SMS security work around encrypting them so that someone can't hack it and play the system?
Well, we haven't looked into that, yeah, so this is more of a functional prototype.
That's fine. It's just always an issue with SMS.
What about error handling? So like, instead of query, QUERY, if I type.
Even with, natural language processing, you can find the best match and try to match it, right? Instead of writing QUERY, you can write QRY, and I can try to match it, finding how many, letters are similar. So you can all do all that.
You can even misspell the crop name, for example.
And for a query that's not, that can't be served by a database, by your engine, what do you respond with?
Well, right now we are not doing nothing, but what we can do is we can say if it doesn't fit a particular form, we can send an SMS back saying that these are the current format that we support. That adding that would be 5 minutes of work.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much.